Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 26th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans around the globe have been very much intrigued about what's to come by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni for the mandoverse and different eras of the Star Wars franchise that's going to be further explored in all the new TV shows and movies to come, of course. That's really going to be pretty much a big part of this major roadmap of the Star Wars universe that's going to be fully unveiled at Celebration of 2022. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things on there from time to time and interact with you guys further. So, what's really all the more exciting is that now with Mando Season 3 moving forward very well, in fact, the principal photography phase is moving along very smoothly. We have the Ahsoka Tano series that's going to begin filming next year. In fact, they're planning to do a lot of major scenes in April of 2022, so be prepared for that. We, of course, have the Book of Boba Fett coming our way in just a little over 1 month from now. That's going to also connect to The Mandalorian Season 3 and other Star Wars TV shows that will be announced at Celebration next year. Now, what's really exciting has everything to do with the fact that we also know that Jon and Dave are going to be incorporating tons of Star Wars Legends material, as well as some of the already existing canon material, be it, of course, content that's already in books or novels or comics, even video games at that, that's going to become a part of the live-action Star Wars TV shows, even the animated ones at that as well. So, what's really intriguing has everything to do with the fact of what they are doing with the characters closest to the Skywalker family and exactly how that's going to evolve in the Mandalorian series. So, we already know that Lucasfilm has a lot of plans for this, but what's really interesting about this is that now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are beginning to ramp up the marketing for the Book of Boba Fett, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are actively developing their new Star Wars TV shows, such as Star Wars Ahsoka, and even the new Mando seasons that will expand to other Star Wars TV shows. Now, currently, Lucasfilm is making major adjustments to the Star Wars franchise in order to do something deeply special for the fandom. Part of this involves what they are about to do, of course, with the character of Luke Skywalker in the mandoverse. Now, it's noted that one key plan by Lucasfilm that is moving forward is to include both Luke Skywalker and young Ben Solo to have multiple scenes together for The Mandalorian Season 4 that is said to go under a different title. Mando Season 4 is described to be an extension of the Mandalorian series as a whole, where it will still be treated as a fourth season. However, the title is said to be marketed in a way to promote the fact that multiple characters will be the focus instead of just one. Now, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are already planning big scenes between young Ben and Luke, and they are pushing for a full-on training scene with lightsabers to be done for the fourth season. The scene is planned to be filmed sometime during the end of 2022, and that they are actively looking for an actor to portray young Ben Solo, and that a total of 4 young actors are already in the cards, one of which is, of course, Finn Wolfhard from, of course, the Stranger Things series, as well as 3 other mysterious actors that fans have yet to have heard of, that Lucasfilm has in the roster. Now, the choice all depends on how far they want to jump ahead with The Mandalorian Season 4, as far as time jumps go. We already know that Season 3 is going to have a time jump, nothing too significant, but Season 4 is going to have a very big one as well. It's described that Jon Favreau is already throwing in references of Ben Solo in the 3rd season of Mando, which debuts next year, given that during The Mandalorian, Ben Solo is already born and alive. Though very young, he does exist, and this is something that Favreau wants to actually tap into and pay attention to. Many of Ben Solo's references for Season 3 to set up Season 4 is going to be done through Luke Skywalker in a special way, and that Favreau and Filoni have also been working on creating a big Han Solo and Leia cameo for the Mandalorian series, with, of course, Chewbacca's return. This is something that was going to be done for Rangers of the New Republic, but that show has now been officially cancelled, and elements from, of course, that actual show will be transferred over to other shows. Lucasfilm has already been in the talks with Harrison Ford to become involved with Mando Season 3, to return briefly, and we're talking about a very brief scene as Han Solo with a digitally recreated version of Leia by his side. Now, additionally, the Ben Solo scenes for Season 4 are primarily going to take place at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy/Temple, where Filoni wants to explore a time when Luke Skywalker first brought his nephew, of course, to the Jedi Temple to begin his training and meet his fellow Jedi students. And exactly how Grogu is going to fit into the big picture of all of this as well is going to be a very important theme of Season 4 of The Mandalorian. Okay, so first things first, we already know that Ben Solo really didn't get all that much screen time in the sequel trilogy. We're talking about the light side version of Kylo, alright? So not Adam Driver as the character of Kylo. We're talking about Ben Solo, like the actual light side version of the character. Sure, we got a little flashback or two of him in The Last Jedi, and sure, we got a glimpse of him at the very end of Episode 9. He didn't have any dialogue, so we have yet to have had a lot of footage or a lot of scenes with Ben Solo having pure dialogue. And this is something that John and Dave really want to tap into in multiple different eras, starting off with this particular one that's going to be post-Return of the Jedi. However, further into the future, that's going to be pretty much to the point where Ben Solo is either a teen or approaching his teen years. Now, this could very well fall directly in line with the comics. I don't know if you guys read The Rise of Kylo Ren. I do suggest that you guys check it out. Please do, if you guys like the character of Kylo/Ben Solo. You want to learn more about his backstory. It is canon by Disney. You guys can go ahead and check it out. It does dive more into the destruction of Luke's Jedi Temple. You get to learn all about that. But what John and Dave are ultimately trying to do is that they're trying to show us exactly how Ben Solo came out to be a Jedi, how he actually became one under, of course, his own uncle training him through the ways of the Force, right? So The Mandalorian Season 4, their overall structure, their plan, is to give it a brand new title. Though it will still be treated as Season 4, like we said before, it's going to have a different title. So it could very well be something catchy, I'm just throwing something out there. It could be something like The Mandalorian and Crew, or something around those lines. Some kind of added title to make it obvious that it's just not going to be about Din Djarin anymore. It's going to be about multiple characters banding together. And that's what they're going to end The Mandalorian Season 4 as. And by the way, they do plan on ending the series with Season 4. For now, as of right now, that's their plan. So before they move on to the other shows that's really going to expand all of the characters introduced in The Mandalorian, they want to do something special in 2023 with its 4th season. So I think that ultimately what they're also trying to do here is that they're trying to tap more into Luke Skywalker showing his potential to really become the master that he needs to be, to show that, this is the Luke that we really deserve to have seen in the sequel trilogy that we did not get, right? Sure, you had a scene or two of Luke training Rey. It just didn't feel authentic to me. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like a real training moment. But now we're getting exactly what we want to see in The Mandalorian Season 4, and with references of Ben Solo coming our way next year, this is even all the more exciting, So I think that, looking back to 2019, not all that long ago, but you can already see this transition, this vivid view or comparison of what Star Wars was like back then and what Star Wars is now becoming. It's becoming more positive. It's becoming more interesting among the fandom because you have John and Dave at the helm hiring a lot of experienced creators, and if they're not experienced, they are going to be very talented. I mean, Deborah Chow is excellent. I don't know if you guys have seen her work on The Mandalorian, but she's going to do a great job with the Kenobi TV series. There is no doubt about this. So overall, guys, let me know what you think about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.